Hey guys, so I just wanted to talk to you about a post that I made for Tessonja Odette of TessonjaOdette.com. I actually made a blog post about 3 journaling methods to get you through writer's block, and one of those was about lucid dreaming. And I've had a couple questions about it, so I just kind of wanted to extrapolate on it a little bit. So, lucid dreaming is when you can control your dream while you're dreaming it. And I used to have it a lot as a kid. And I think that was because I was a super imaginative kid. And most of my dreams as a kid were, I was like a rock star, and it was almost always at like a school dance, and I got to go up on stage, and my friends were like, yeah, that's so cool, like, you're awesome. And I would just fall asleep, and then I would wake up, and I would like feel like a rock star, and it was awesome. One of the kind of, it was honestly a nightmare for me when I was a kid, and it was reoccurring, and it was a little bit different every single time because I would kind of alter it each time it happened. But there was this tower, and in the tower there was a version of me, and it was a dark version of me. And I was wearing a dark lace dress, and I was sitting playing piano in the bottom of the tower. And there was a lighter version of me that would always run up and down this spiral staircase, looking in all of the rooms. And in each of the rooms, there were different things happening. And the lighter version of me would always run around trying to find a room that was peaceful. And I could never find it. So I've only had this dream happen once as an adult. And I enter into the tower, the lighter self, and I head towards the stairs, and just instinctually I turn around and I walk to the darker me that's playing the piano, and I just sit down next to myself. And we both just look at each other, and we smile, and it's like a peaceful smile, and all of the rooms in the tower just open all at once. And it was crazy feeling. It was peaceful. It was like I was at peace, and I just fell into a deep sleep. And when I woke up, I kind of reflected on it after the fact, and I realized that was really my personality. That tower was me, and all of those rooms were the different aspects of my personality. And the darkness was what I view as my negative personality traits, and the lightness was all of my positive personality traits. And it really took both of those coming together to really open up my personality. And it was just a crazy, crazy experience, because when you're lucid dreaming like that, you really get to know your subconscious. And it's weird when it happens, but it's so enlightening at the same time. So one of the tips that I have, if you're open, the first tip that I have is to de-stress yourself before you go to sleep. You want to make sure that your mind is not busy with other things. If it is, I wouldn't even try, because it could turn bad, and then you're going to have to work harder to get back what you've kind of lost. So I usually would journal, which is my second piece of advice, is to keep a dream journal next to your bed. And if you have a dream that you remember, or even if you only kind of remember it, just write it down, because remembering those things is kind of like retracing your footsteps. So as you're writing, you may remember things that you wouldn't have remembered if you were just telling a friend or trying to recall it yourself. And I also keep a crystal, which actually lately has been my opal ring. I don't know if you can really see. Yeah, there's not enough light. But I also ordered a turquoise, which is supposed to be protective and good for dream work. So I'm super excited to get that. And those help me, and they could help you. And then the other piece of advice that I would have is to notice when you start dreaming. So as you start to notice, you kind of wake up from your deep REM sleep and you start to notice that you're in a dream. It's a weird feeling. It's so weird. But try not to kind of freak yourself out about it, because it is kind of like that movie Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio, where they're dreaming and their subconscious starts attacking. Your dream can kind of get aggressive, and it's not aggressive in a bad way. It's just that your subconscious knows that your conscious mind is there with you. So you have to be careful, because you don't want to react to that too strongly, or you will wake yourself up. So just make sure that you recognize that you're dreaming, and then you can start changing the way that you react in your dream. And after you start doing that a little bit more, you can change the way that the other aspects of your dream reacts to you, which is really cool, because your dream can be going one way and you can change it by saying something or doing something to make it go in a completely different direction. So the biggest thing that I would say is, tonight when you go to bed, if you want to try lucid dreaming, just meditate, clear your mind, make sure you're not thinking of, what you're supposed to do tomorrow or anything like that, and let your mind where you want to go. Usually for me, that's I'm in the woods, or I'm having coffee with a friend, or something like that. And you want to try and recreate this tomorrow night. So really pay attention to detail, and as you're falling asleep, your brain will start to work with you, or your subconscious will start to work with you versus working against you. And the more that you try and recreate it and journal it, the more that you kind of delve into that. So let you and your subconscious create a world of your dreams.